One of my favourite characters on TV, Sheldon Cooper, was once told he needed to get out of his comfort zone, and his reply was, "Why would I do that? It's called a comfort zone for a reason." In Acts, we see a church that's growing and prospering in Jerusalem. And yet, Acts 1:8 tells us that they're going to be witnesses to Christ in Jerusalem, yes, but also in Judea, Samaria, and to the very ends of the earth. But by the time of the stoning of Stephen, 5 years has passed, and they haven't gone beyond the city limits. Why? Well, they're doing great stuff. They're healing people, they're discipling people, the church is growing, and yet they have not responded to that essential call to take the gospel wherever the Lord sends them. And that reminds me very much of Mark 1. Mark 1, Jesus comes to Capernaum, he delivers the demoniac in the synagogue, he heals Peter's mother-in-law, and then the whole town gathers at the door and he heals lots and lots of people as soon as the Sabbath has ended. He then slips out at dawn to seek the Father. Should he stay? Should he continue this ministry? Should he continue to be settled in Capernaum and do all of this great stuff? But when the disciples finally come and say, "Everyone's looking for you," he simply says, "No, this isn't the purpose for which I've come. I've come to preach the gospel everywhere. So I can't stay in one place. I have to go to other towns and villages as well." He has that boldness because he's had the clarity that comes from intimacy with the Father. The Father has spoken clearly, so he goes. Sometimes the good is the enemy of the best. Sometimes we're busy about church stuff, as they were in Jerusalem, busy about healing and discipling, all that really, really good stuff, and yet it wasn't absolutely what God had called them to do. And that's why persecution comes. 5 years they haven't gone anywhere. In a matter of days the gospel goes everywhere, to Samaria, to Antioch, to all the places around. And it's because God has to shock them out of that settled place, out of their comfort zone. So where in your life is the good the enemy of the best? Where might God be calling you out of your comfort zone? And do you need to seek him afresh so that you have the boldness that comes from clarity and the clarity that comes from intimacy? That's the challenge of this passage, where comfort overwhelms call. Is it the case for you?